Okay, hello, this is Capitalism Lab, and we're resuming a game which I have called Game 7. Very interesting name. Another way to look at it is that it's the game with this guy instead of that guy. And another way to look at it is that it's my seventh attempt to make a profitable business on difficulty 255% with all four of the expansions turned on, and um, the strategy that I've never heard of anyone else trying, but I'm sure other people have tried it, but they just didn't tell me about it, which is the relabeling strategy. So we buy things from China, and we slap a made in, or we slap a Shaw's store brand on it, or Price Chopper, like, or Costco, or whatever. We just we slap our little seal of approval on it, and that increases the value, increases the demand for that object, because more people have now heard of it and more people trust it. Instead of just having weird Chinese characters on your milk, you have like a Shaw's brand milk, and so that adds a little tiny bit of value, and then we can outcompete people because of that additional value. So, for example, these jeans that we're importing from ourselves currently have a little tiny brand rating of 0. Brand rating of 0, and this camera has a brand rating of 0, and lipstick has a brand rating of 0. You know what? Uh, this is brand 4, brand 4, brand 1, brand 1, brand 2, brand 2, brand 1, brand 6, brand 7. A lot of our stuff does have a brand, but apparently these things don't. I guess this was a bad example. So this has a brand rating of 7. Whereas the city's average competitor has a brand rating of 19, but a quality of 45. And because we imported this from China, where they make really high quality stereos very cheaply, it has a much higher quality. So as our overtime brand increases, we will be able to sell it for way more than other people, and that's how we're going to make all our money. So we have two huge money sinks. If we click on this, what happened here? What's going on? How did we lose a bunch of money? That's nuts. Oh, stock and bond return. We lost. It looks like we made money last month, but there's a red line. I don't know. I'm confused. Operating profit is positive. Maybe it's just a display error. So anyway, if you look up our operating revenue of 1.5 million and our operating costs of 1.5 million, you can see that almost all of those costs are coming from the cost of buying the items and the cost of advertising the items. So if we can increase our profit margins by increasing our brand awareness, then that'll cut down on the ratio between revenue and cost of sales. That's one way that will improve over time. But the much bigger way that we're going to improve over time is right now we only have one store in each city, and that means that if you look at the utilization of our warehouses, right, this orange bar represents, you know, if it were full, we wouldn't be able to sell any more leather jackets, and it's not even close to full. So we've got this huge amount of leather jackets that are coming in and just not being sold. They're just going back, getting thrown out. I don't know what's happening to them, but we could have 4 stores instead of 1 and still not run out of jackets. So we need more stores, is my point, and that's where the big money comes from. So this is our first attempt at a new store. It's selling double cameras, double lipstick, and double jeans. We succeeded at selling double jeans, giving us a profit of 45,000. We succeeded. Well, we didn't quite fully succeed in selling double lipstick. We're still a little bit of idle dudes there, so we're gonna lower the price of lipstick a little bit. And cameras, we just started trying. We got a level 1 sales division here, so it'll catch up eventually to sell enough cameras. So if this proof of concept store is able to make a profit of like 80K after all is said and done, then we'll build new proof of concept stores, and it'll be glorious. Alright, the throughput of our purchasing division is maxed out, and sales division is maxed out, and jeans division is maxed out. So this is what percentage of the time our little guy right here, our little worker, is actually doing something. So this guy is idle a lot of the time. This guy is idle almost all the time. So there's not enough people who want to buy cameras right now. But over time that'll change as we increase the price of cameras. So, oh, you know what it is? I just realized. When we import cameras from another city, the brand build that we did in that city doesn't carry over because brand awareness is by city. So these will never have any brand awareness in this city, so it's dumb of us to sell them here. So currently our branding strategy is single item. It's not multiple items. So this is dumb. We should, I'm going to switch what this store sells to be the same as what this store sells. So this store currently sells a bunch of branded stuff and then leather jackets, which are unbranded. No, are they unbranded? I'm just going to look at the warehouse. So we sell jackets and shoes, slippers, and corn and stereos. We're going to change this to whichever of those things is getting us the most profit. So you're making 72, you're making 24 or 30. So half of 70 is 35. So you're making 35, 25, 30, 27. So we're going to sell sandals, leather jackets, and corn, but not stereos. And we need to lower the price of sandals because we got a idle dude. Alright, so sandals, leather jackets, and corn. Okay. Current city. Corn, leather jacket, sandals. Right, so that should fix the problem that we're currently having, which is that this firm doesn't make any money because our whole special sauce is having branding that means we can sell stuff for more, and this store doesn't have any branding, so that's dumb. Alright, so next, what's our most profitable store? We're going to look at the list of store and firms, and we're going to go through and say, you've got 110K, you've got 110K. So Benham and Lakeshore. So let's go to Lakeshore and build a second store there. So retail store, general store. Actually, let's look at what we can sell right now. So jeans, bags, sneakers, and more bags. And then we'll look at which one, oops, mouse over it, which one makes the most money. Where's the info? Okay. So 40, 40, 40, and massively more than 40. So really anything but the red bags. So we're going to make a new store that sells sneakers, jeans, and leather briefcase. I wonder what kind of store can sell. Alright, what stores can sell this? General store, department store, discount, mega store. Okay, a leather store. Footwear. Leather. Apparel. We have 2 leathers, an apparel, and a footwear. So there's no specialist store that can sell all 3, but we could set up a specialist store to just sell 1. I don't know, that seems dumb. But it'll be a good experiment. It'll be our first specialist store. So let's set up a leather store, and we'll set it up on the outskirts of town where we can buy the land for only 2 mil. Right next to a middle school. And we're going to sell like this, 3 items. And we're going to say this one, and this one again. And we're going to max out training, and then we're going to adjust the prices so that we bring people in the door. Alright, so that seems like reasonable prices. We're going to keep an eye on this store for a little while and make sure that that we fill out all of our sales departments. And then we're going to page through our other stores and see if there's anything that's not selling, like this canned corn is not selling at all. What's going on? Oh, I didn't click on the canned corn, that's why. So you can see the height of this bar, or these 3 bars stacked on top of each other, can go all the way to the top, and it's currently very low. I was massively overpricing corn, and people stopped wanting to pay that price. Sandals, similar thing. just looking for any miniature bars. Looks like this guy, he needs his bar to be taller, and this guy needs his bar to be taller. And this guy's bar is too tall. We need to raise the price of cameras. And this guy could be a little cheaper. Looks like this jeans need to lower the price. And bags cost a little more, and sneakers cost a little less. And these could cost a little more. Gotta play this pricing game a lot. That's what we're doing. Getting market share through our clever tactics. I think maybe we got outcompeted on brand awareness by the orange guy. I think that's why we have to lower so many prices. The orange guy's trying to push us out. Push us out. Alright, so store 6 is our experimental store, and I would love to check in on how it's doing. But this is the experimental store. So far, it's not making back the money that it costs to own it. So let's make sure we have better prices. Get more people to come here, because utilization is very low. So, utilization is low here too. Man, we had everything all set up and then it all went to crap. Alright, so let's check on our corporate branding. What's going on with the brand, because I feel like that might be the issue. Corporate details, brand. We're up to 5 brand awareness with customer satisfaction quite good in that city. But in this one, Chelan Falls, we're spending tons of money to advertise our brand and it's not climbing at all. Whereas in Benham, for some reason, we're spending the same amount of money to advertise 4 products, but canned corn and hi-fi systems are going wild, while leather sandals and leather shoes are not. Very weird how hit or miss advertising is. I feel like we might want to... I think the whole city of Chelan is losing money. Like, we're spending so much money to advertise there, and yet we don't have a brand built up. So maybe we just need to pay more? I don't know. I'm thinking the people here have less money, right? So they're less likely to buy our stuff, and they're less likely to care about the stuff that we're selling. So we're paying the same amount of money to reach them, and yet they don't care about us, and it's a waste of money. Eggs and lipstick and bread and chewing gum. Let's see what the advertising budget is. So we'll try for like 3 months to have an advertising budget of double, $40. And if that doesn't work, then we're just going to drop our advertising budget to 0 and just sell other people's crap, because this is getting silly. So you sell for 40. Alright, so we'll make the city less profitable in hopes that it makes the city more profitable. I don't know if that makes any sense. It's a little bit silly. Look, it's bidsmart.com. Alright, we're going to turn off the warehouse view, hide them. We're only going to look at our retail stores. So in Mr. Poor City, we're spending a lot on advertising, and we have a very low markup because they're too poor to buy our stuff at a reasonable price. This is silly. I should just get out of this city altogether. I don't like it. I don't like it. Anyway, we've only got 6 million left. I think we built a 6th store, so we should check in on that store right here. This is our experimental flagship store for the concept of specialty shops, because we bought it on cheap land where it has almost no customer traffic, like it had 12. But because we're a specialty store, that 12 got bumped up to a 15, which doesn't seem like much, but it's 1/4. It's like a 25% boost in sales. So even with very low prices, We're having trouble selling enough bags. Alright, so let's raise the price here. Gotta lower the price here. I get this markup, why even sell them? So there's just not enough market for these, for 4X leather briefcases. It's just too silly. So let's make this go here and turn that off, and then we'll sell 3 of each instead. Alright, so utilization, and we should, I don't know. Maybe we shouldn't be paying to train our guys to sell more stuff when there's no way we can ever sell enough leather goods. I don't know. I'm going to write it out a little longer. So let's look if there's any problems. This guy getting massively outcompeted because look at the market share of the other guy. That's crazy. Gotta raise the price of canned corn a little bit. Raise the price of canned corn a little bit. Raise this price by quite a bit. Cameras we're not selling for enough. And washing machines we're not selling for enough. And everything else looks good. So I wonder if maybe we shouldn't sell bags here because we have a specialty store to sell bags. So maybe this store should just sell more jeans and more shoes. That seems like too drastic a change to like, what if it doesn't work and we just spent a bunch of money to change it out, and that's dumb. Alright, so selling gum way too cheaply, and we're selling lipstick way too cheaply. In fact, we have almost no markup on our lipstick. We're gonna sell cheaper eggs and more expensive bread. Shalon Falls is so ridiculous. We need to make a bigger profit margin on chewing gum. So this store in Shalon Falls makes 58K, and the warehouses, well, we're gonna let them run a little longer, but they're probably making a loss. Turn off the filter. Yeah, because of the advertising budget, they're losing money every month. So they do have a reasonable markup, and they're selling to a guy who's in white. No, never mind. Market share is not held by anyone because I'm the only one dumb enough to try to sell in the poorest town in the universe. So we're not making a lot of money because we're paying storage cost and advertising cost. But both, like, if these were profitable, which I think they might be soon, then this whole town is like a break even, and breaking even I'm fine with. Because I make a lot of money in the rich towns. So Lakeshore. This warehouse loses money. This warehouse, they both lose money. I can't afford to run this at a loss. So let's go to like a 50% margin. And so let's select only our warehouses. Alright, so 50% margin and 50%, so 93 goes to 140. And that's a good margin. And that's a good margin. And that's a good margin. That's a good margin. This is 35, that's 50%, this is 50%, this is 50%, and this is 50%, so, yeah, I think all of our warehouses have a good margin now, and now we're going to go back to retail stores. It's been unpaused this whole time, so I'm going to page through my retail stores and just look at, are they all making money? Yes, they're all making money, but this guy's making so much more money than everyone else. He's in Kirby. He's the only store I have in Kirby. He's capped out on all 4 sales guys. And normally that would mean to me that I should raise the price, but he's making the most money of anyone, so why would I bother raising the price? I will raise the price on cameras a little bit, but it seems like the ideal store profit is when when you're just unable to keep up with supply, but you're capped on demand. Because that means that all your sales guys are fully busy. So this is good, 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 and I should sell the gum for more because there's so many people who want gum here. It's kind of ridiculous. Alright, bags need to sell for cheaper, bags need to sell for cheaper. So this is my pilot store. It's up to 20K. So when I call it the pilot store, I mean I'm going to lower the training price for a bit and fast forward to November. I'm going to fast forward to November. This is crazy. If the price is... I gotta pay the full price, don't I? Otherwise the store's just not making any money. Alright, so I raised my warehouse prices. So of course the retail store isn't making as much profit now, but the warehouse is making more profit. So what really matters is my profit and loss in this whole city, not so much in this one store. I'm having trouble getting enough people who want to buy leather briefcases, but plenty of people want to buy leather bags, so maybe I should just sell more leather bags. You sell leather bags now. And you can sell leather bags. Interesting. When you only have 2 products, obviously. No, that won't work because this guy's capped out on importing, so we should really sell briefcases. So when one purchaser tries to feed 4 sales guys, you just can't get them enough items to sell. That's the limiter right there. Is our purchasing guys is floored. Well, whatever. We're doing good. Alright, so I guess the moral of the story is that even though this guy's losing money, he doubled the demand for this warehouse, and now this warehouse is making 160K, and this one's making 110K. So opening additional stores just to sell bags was a success. I think we should open a general store next to the bag store, because when you open a store next to the other store, it raises the land value of the store that you already own. I think. So this is currently, where's like the land value? How do I see the land value? Oh, I click firms, F, and I look for Lakeshore City, and here's my dude. So the leather store, it doesn't say his land value. But he's 74% utilized, so that's good. He's got a demand bonus of 30, customer traffic of 18. So the demand bonus that I get for being a leather store is actually higher than my customer traffic. It's a big deal. But it's not making any profit. But I guess what really matters is revenue, right? I don't care about profit, because we're profiting at the warehouses. We don't need to profit at the stores. So what matters is how many things you can sell. And it looks like that leather store is selling a lot of things. All right. So we're selling lots of bags. There's sneakers and jeans. So I want to make an apparel store that just sells jeans and nothing else. I think that's what I want to do. So 3.5 million, 2.6 million. I'll build one right here. And we're gonna purchase jeans and jeans. Warehouse only jeans. Warehouse only jeans. And then we're gonna sell jeans. So you sell, you sell, you sell, you sell. And will go like this and like this. So everybody sells, the bottom sells 3 and the top sells 4. Alright, so we're going to price our jeans. At first, we're going to price them to move at almost no profit based on the warehouse. This puts us at a 71 overall rating versus the 31 that our local competition has. Then we're going to fast forward a tiny bit and see how that goes. Let's look at how profitable our corporation is all of a sudden. It's pretty cool. Way to go, dude. Nice, nice, nice. I want to see how this is affecting share price, because the lose condition here, there are 2 lose conditions. One, debt spiral, where you can't pay off your debts and the game gets less and less fun because you're spending each, like, you wait out a debt, unable to spend the money on anything because you need it to pay back the debt, and then you have to take out another debt to pay off the first debt, and it's like you die of a debt spiral. But the second lose condition is getting bought out. So if we look at our Halbico stock price, it's currently 10.17, which is great. It didn't go down. It started at 10, and it's a little bit above 10, so it's going up. And PB ratio, as long as our PB ratio is above 1, I don't think that anyone will buy us out. So these 2 guys are kind of fighting to buy our stock, but they're not going to spend the massive amount of money it takes to actually buy us out from each other. Maybe they will, maybe they won't, I don't know. But this is going really well. Alright, so we can make another store. We made a leather store that's earning 0.1. And this, we could raise the price of red things. You can see how one of our sales guys is pretty idle because we just can't import enough stuff to give him. So if he's going to be idle anyway, we could add another import guy, but then that other import guy would be almost completely idle. So I don't know the solution here. Maybe we could have an inventory slot, but see how there's no blue bars anywhere except here? Because as soon as we buy it, it gets sold. Anyway, go back to training. Everywhere should train. Cap out the levels of all our things. Good. Making bank. Alright, so our most profitable city. I wonder if you can look at profit by city. No. But we're paying double to advertise in this city. So if this city is profitable, then that super proves our strategy is working. So we're losing a bunch of money at both of these warehouses. We're making a tiny bit of money at that store. So I think overall this city is losing money. So let's make a, what kind of store? We're selling food. We'll make a supermarket. Retail store, supermarket. We'll put it near our other store so that it increases land value of both of them. Alright. And we'll pull in an item and an item. Local items only. We have 3 food items, so we're gonna sell all of them. Oops. Sorry, chewing gum, bread, eggs. Sell. Don't have the money to fully set up my store. That's a bummer. So we'll draw a link this way, delete that link, and draw a link this way. Because we can't fully set up the supermarket, so it's a little silly. Alright, that's a good price, And the third, the chewing gum, is not being sold yet. So we gotta read this alert. We ran out of bath lotion. But we didn't run out of bath lotion. We did for a second, but then we got more. Did we? Or is it saying that this is no longer importing bath lotion? No longer importing, so now it's importing hair color. So K. Not warehouse only. Hair color. Good. Alright, so once we fully sell off all the bath lotion we've got saved up, then we'll start selling hair coloring in this city. Alright, there's $100 million worth of available funding in the world. So we could soak some of that up and expand our operations quite a bit. So we're making more and more money for the new stores we keep opening up. So it's been successful to open new stores. So the question is, what's the ROI on opening new stores, and is it higher than the interest rate we currently pay to get more money? I want to go check out that supermarket. Apparel store, general store, warehouse, supermarket. Alright. So nobody's buying our bread yet. Even though our prices are crazy low, it just seems like nobody wants bread. It's weird. No demand for bread. Probably because this store right here is selling bread. That was dumb to put two stores right next to each other selling the same stuff. I guess I'm just dumb. That's how it works. So this store sells bread for how much? $1.03, and this store sells bread for $1.03. Ooh, do we still have citywide price? Oh. Yeah, we still have citywide pricing. I want to turn that off. So this store should sell bread for more. Because it's got higher level sales staff and whatever. Like, if we're already capped out, why would we sell it at a discount? That's insane. This store is trying to sell it. That's the problem. We kept lowering the price to try to get people to buy bread here, but then because we were linked to the other store, we lowered the price in both stores, so they just bought more bread at the other store. Alright, so we're going to have this store stop selling bread. So this will become sales, this will become sales. This will become warehouse only lipstick. And are we not selling chewing gum at the grocery store? Bread, chewing gum, and eggs. So here we're just going to sell nothing but lipstick, I guess. So I wonder what happens if you connect two purchasers to this same central guy and both of the purchasers are selling lipstick. I wonder if that is the solution to the issue we were having before, where one of the guys is capped out and bottlenecking and the other guy is idle, and it's like, that's dumb. I want to just sell lipstick, man. Who doesn't want to sell lipstick? Alright, cool. So this general store used to make 58,000, and now that we only sell lipstick, how profitable is he going to be? Looks like we're fully capped out on purchasing lipstick and selling lipstick everywhere except for here. This central store for some reason can't keep up. He's got a bunch of backlogged inventory. There's just not enough demand to sell it. So if we lower price a tiny bit, will that up demand, or will that just ruin Christmas? Alright, and demand for food is pretty low. Let's drop down to almost no profit. Remember, this is the poor city, so we're proof of concepting whether it's even worth going to the poor city at all. Because we're losing money at the warehouses. And after we... oh, I should stop training people, because this city just doesn't have any money. Alright. So, I suspected from the beginning of this experiment that we're probably just not, it's probably not worth our time and investment to try to make money here, but I just wanted to see if I could, it's interesting, because there's a whole city that we might have to just ignore if this doesn't work. We need to lower prices everywhere, man. It's crazy. So we're going to have a 0% markup. Alright, so market share of eggs is being stolen by the other guy. So let's double click on eggs. Oh, we have a more attractive egg pitch than him. He's selling them for less. And we're all the same quality, but I have a brand awareness. But people don't care about the brand of your eggs. That's the problem. That's what's going wrong here. Our egg branding is unsuccessful because no one cares about your egg brand. And of course he can sell them for less because he's buying them directly from the thing instead of having to ship them to a warehouse and then slap a label on them and then ship them here. He pays less freight costs to just buy them directly from the shipping. We might have to give up on eggs. It feels to me like food in general is just a bad play for our branding. So I wonder... So we are labeling the eggs and the chewing gum and the bread. If we sell them in another city, but we also set up a marketing department and market them in that other city, then would that be profitable? Because I feel like it's weird that we can't make a profit in Mr. Poor City. There should be something we can do to squeeze out a couple bucks. It's not that weird. I lied. It's pretty normal. But look at this. We have an overall rating of 94 compared to our competitor's 69, and we just still can't sell enough stuff. We're selling enough bread now and enough chewing gum, but nobody wants to buy our eggs. Alright, so firm profit here is 90k plus 90k plus 13k minus the cost of purchasing the items equals 0. And then right here we're making 120k revenue, but our firm's profit is negative. We're losing money. And then here firm's profit is negative, and here firm's profit is negative. I'm just going to have to give up on this city. So I tried for a long time doubling my ad budget. Now I'm going to try having almost no ad budget, 2k. And then ad budget here of 5k. And we'll see if that makes me more profitable, because we're saving ourselves 160k per year in this city by not advertising very much. So, I don't know. We were only losing money by a tiny bit. Maybe now we'll just barely break even and be like, property values is good enough. We don't need to make money. So let's do a new play where we attempt to, well, first, we have 3 stores here. An apparel store just selling jeans. Wow, what a concept. And if all you're selling is jeans, then we should connect everywhere. We're selling a lot of jeans, and we're not really marking them up very much. The question is, are we bottlenecked by purchasing? No. We could still purchase more if we had more demand. So we can't raise the price, even though it seems like we can raise the price. Like, the supply bar is lower than the demand bar, which means raise the price, but our purchasing guys are capped out. They could, or not capped out, they could theoretically purchase more jeans, and they're not purchasing more jeans. Especially if, like, for example, if this guy could just buy more jeans, then this guy wouldn't be totally idle. I don't get it. I don't get it. What's going on? Something doesn't make sense about this. We have 2 idle sales divisions, but our purchasing guys are not capped out. And there's a bunch of unfulfilled demand. Maybe I will add an inventory to the middle. Let's see what that does. Because, oh, you know what? It's probably capped at the factory. That's what's going on. So our purchasing department is idle because there just aren't any jeans to buy because the factory can't keep up. So jeans, storage, jeans. This output guy, he's not fully capped either. This doesn't make any sense. I was thinking maybe we're capped out on our warehouse guy who's passing the jeans along, but he's got plenty of inventory. So that's not the problem. Oh, maybe it is. He's about to run out of inventory. So let's check the shipyard. Shipyard still has more jeans. It's the warehouse that can't keep up with the jean supply problem. Do we build a new warehouse to sell more jeans? Even though there's only a tiny bit that we're not squeezing out of it? I don't think so. I think we just live with the fact that we can't sell enough jeans. That's fine. It's fine, Mr. Jeans Man. This inventory thing is just staying empty. I'm tempted to set it to none. We can also have a private labeling place here and just grab jeans off the boat. But I think that would put them on a separate corporate brand, and I don't want... They wouldn't have the branding. The branding is the whole point. I'm just going to leave it alone. We're making negative money. That's good enough. It's good to lose money. I don't think it's good to lose money. I lied. So if there's a bottleneck on jeans, we might as well sell them for a higher price. Like, why are we selling them so cheaply if we can't even get enough? People can't get the jeans that they want, so let's make them pay more. Same with this bag. And this bag. Alright, so Lakeshore is a very profitable city. I like Lakeshore. So let's try a supermarket in Lakeshore. How much would it cost? It looks like the cheapest you can get a supermarket for is 6 million. So we gotta save up 6 million bucks. And then we'll make a Lakeshore supermarket. And we'll import our bread from overseas. Not overseas, but from a different town. Because our cheap city has tons of food, but nobody there wants to buy it, so we'll just sell it over here. But we need 6 million bucks, so I think I'm gonna fast forward to get 6 million bucks, but I don't want to fast forward too fast. I'm going just from speed 1 to speed 2 because I remember that we switched to hair dye in one of our cities, and so there's going to be a notification that pops up saying, hey, you need to use hair dye in all of your retail stores, so we don't want to fast forward too fast because we might miss that notification. But look how profitable. We're making $14 million a year. Alright, so I'm going to slow down, hit 0, go. Instead of bath lotion, let's sell hair dye. And then we're done. Alright, now we can speed 3 and just page up through all this stuff. Alright, so are any orange things not kept out? This is not kept out. Alright, any other orange things not kept out? Looks good, looks good. This guy needs a lower price, I think. Whew. Lower price, lower price. Lower price of stereos and corn. And lower the price here, and lower the price here. It looks like a lot of our throughput is janky, as they say in the universe. Okay, okay, warehouse, 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 warehouse. Supermarket. Our supermarket is having trouble with eggs, even though we're selling them at a loss. So I'm gonna give up on eggs. Should we sell chewing gum or bread? What's the profit? There's a little bit of profit on chewing gum and a little bit more on eggs. No, we'll sell chewing gum. So you sell. Well, if we don't sell eggs, then we won't make any money at the warehouse. Is that okay? I feel like maybe that's okay. Yeah, we're gonna sell chewing gum. I agree with myself. That is definitely okay. Alright, we'll just sell twice as much chewing gum. And now... Ooh. What is going on here? Sandals have stopped. So, ooh, sandals were so fun for us. So we'll link this to seaports, all cities. Current city. Socks instead of sandals. Cool. Cool, 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 cool. We were losing money for a second there, but now we're making money. I don't understand what happened. That was weird. Because we made $11 million this year. What is going on? Income statement. Operating expenses 5 mil, revenue 6 mil, operating budget 1.4. What is operating? Oh, this is just this one. It's just net profit. And increase in asset value, net profit. Why does it think we made $12 million last year? $21 million last year. I don't know, maybe we did. Huh. We also accumulated some losses for a future tax deduction. Don't know what that means. Alright, over here, we're gonna sell, instead of sandals, we're gonna sell socks. So, Halbico, warehouse only, socks. Go. Halbico, warehouse only socks. Looks good. I didn't adjust the price of the socks, but hopefully it'll just all work out randomly. We'll see. Alright, so yeah, it's a reasonable price. Fine. So now we have the $6 million we needed to... how do we have $12 million? This is so weird. What happened here? I don't get it. Let's check our firm listing. So all firms, profit graph. We're hardly making money there, hardly making money there. We made drastically more money at this warehouse. You know what? We probably made a deal with an external customer to sell something. Yeah, that's what happened. So suddenly people are buying our bags for resale. And that's where all the money's coming from. Jeans and bags. That's cool. They have a 72% markup because our branding worked so well. This is great. So our long-term play of and what we've been trying to do the whole time is just convince other people to buy our stuff and sell it in their stores, and we did that. So success. Cool. Awesome. Good times. So we still have an experiment we wanted to run of selling food somewhere other than Cheapo City. Let's go to our city that has the most stores, because that's the richest city, right? What's this city? Kirby? So Kirby has one store. Right. I want to sell some stuff in Kirby. Let's make it so we can see everything. Insurance office. Alright, 9 mil, 6 mil. It costs about 6 mil to build it in the middle of nowhere. It costs 8 mil to build it a tiny bit closer. Yeah, I think we want to build it here. Or like here. Alright. Good. So now we want to purchase food from Cheapo Town and sell it here. Oh no. We don't want to buy eggs, because screw eggs, right? So we want advertising. And then sales and sales and sales and sales. Right? Alright, so we're going to buy from Cheapo Town. We're going to buy bread, and we're going to buy gum. Then we're going to advertise it using TV? No, radio. We're going to advertise it on the radio for $110,000 because this is a rich city and we can afford to I don't know, because I'm crazy, that's why. Be nice. Right, so at first we want to set the price low enough that people actually buy some, so that then we can impress them with its high quality. And then later we can raise the price once our advertising kicks in. And let's up our throughput in this store. Supermarket number 2 in Kirby. Good. Let's maybe we set the price at the price we're willing to sell it for, and then we just wait for the advertising to raise its brand awareness to the point where people are willing to pay that. And maybe we don't need to adjust the price low and then raise it back up. Maybe we just leave it at the default price and just let our advertisers bring people in. So right now the brand is 3, and now it's 5, and as the brand goes up, hopefully we'll start to get sales. Let's see if that works. Yep, so people are starting to buy it as the brand is increasing because that makes it more attractive. Especially the chewing, well, no, not especially the chewing gum. Anyway, but this strategy is making us lose $300,000 a month. So maybe let's stop being so lazy and just lower the price. Alright, so our competition is 42 and we're 52. I think this is a good price. I'm leaving it. Alright, so bread no longer exists. Bread does not exist in this dojo, does it? Alright, so we need to sell all suppliers, local city, seaports. Well, maybe instead of buying seaport stuff and branding it, we should buy corporate stuff and brand it. I've never tried that, and that was on my list of things I wanted to try. So, look for something with a really low shipping cost that's not coming from a seaport and that is edible. And hopefully of high quality. So wine. I think we buy wine. It's reasonable quality. It has its own branding. We don't have to brand it. At least not in this store. So we're gonna rebrand it as Halby brand wine, even though it's secretly Yellow Company brand wine. But first, let's buy some stock in Yellow Company because we're about to make them some money. Not a ton, but a little bit. And when you make people a tiny bit of money, you deserve to, tie your fate to theirs. So let's buy, I want to buy 1%. That's good enough. Offer to buy 1%. $22 a share. The current share price is 17, and we're just hoping that they're on a trajectory to eventually be worth more. So we bought this a long time ago. I wonder if we can see what we bought it for and what it's worth now. Yeah, we've made a $2 million profit on buying Beta Corp stock. So that worked for us. Opening a trade relation with somebody and buying their stock. And we doubled our money just by doing that. So it's a better investment than actually playing the game. Just invest in the companies that you're helping and then help them, and then bam, double your money. Alright, so what are we doing? We built a new store. in, it's called Supermarket 2, so let's just hit up until we run across Supermarket 2. Supermarket 1, Supermarket 2. Alright, so far Supermarket 2 is losing a ton of money. We're paying to advertise bread and chewing gum. We should no longer advertise bread because we're going to be out of bread in a second. In fact, we should sell bread at a bigger discount because we're going to be out of bread in a second, and this is dumb. In fact, maybe we just shouldn't sell bread here. Let's let the other, we'll let Poor Town sell poor person bread. And we will sell Halbico branded warehouse only, Chelan Falls. Is it? I don't know. It's either, we should either sell eggs or chewing gum. Let's sell eggs because we're already selling chewing gum. Eggs. That's the answer. I know eggs don't make money, but whatever. We'll give it a shot. Okay, so the advantage of having every item be individually branded is that we don't take a brand hit when one of our C lanes closes, but because in the other game we kept losing due to a C lane closing and it impacting our brand, I just want to look at our brand performance in all of these cities and see if we have a negative brand loyalty anywhere. So we do not. So I don't know. It's still a mystery why we had negative brand loyalty in the past. But this is good. This is good. Things are going well. Our strategies work. Our strategies work. Okay. We're making money at this general store. Are we making money at Supermarket 2? Let's hide everything that doesn't belong to us. This store is losing money. This is Supermarket 2. Huh. Okay, Supermarket 2. We're going to fast forward until you make a profit because this is ridiculous. Let's lower the price. Ooh, what happened? The bread's gone. Lower the price of gum. Lower the price of eggs. Alright. We're running ads on this stuff. I really think I should drop the ad budget to like 20, 30K. It's fine. Alright, so we're not selling very much of it because price is too high and branding is too low. There's very little branding. It's up to brand rating 22. This is up to 6. Our chewing gum is way better than our eggs. Alright. I feel like someone just invented a Game Boy or something. Alright, so bread, no longer available. We have 2 guys already selling chewing gum, and we're going to have a guy who sells wine. Alright, great. And we're going to drop the price of the wine until the bar is way up there. We're selling wine at a pretty big loss. But once it gets branded, then we can raise the price of wine. Alright. I feel like I want to sell wine in some of the other cities too, because I like the idea of being a wine salesman. It just appeals to me. Alright. Alright, so now we have some demand for wine. We're capped out by our sales divisions, it looks like. Even though this doesn't say we are. So I'm going to raise the price so that we're at least making a tiny profit. I feel like warehouse only wine is not being branded. Let's look at our supplier. Are you branding my wine, sir? We've only got a 5K advertising budget. We need to up that because we got a new product and we need to brand it or else it'll never make us a profit. Alright, so we were capped out by sales when we listed it for a massive loss. But now that we raised the price to 16, obviously demand's going to go down, but are we still going to be able to sell any, or are we going to Or are we going to stop selling wine because we're charging a reasonable price for it and people don't want to pay a reasonable price for wine? That's nonsense. Who wants to pay a reasonable price for wine? Not me. Alright, yeah, so it looks like people stopped wanting to buy wine. We got another problem, which is that cameras went dry. So we still have some cameras to sell, but now we don't. And so we will go for local seaport stuff that's not in a warehouse. Cough syrup, hair dye, remote control cars. So we're going to sell remote control cars once we advertise them. So we'll raise our advertising budget to 40K. All right. It looks like we're on a trajectory to being able to pay off our loan in 7 more. It's only been 3 years, and we could pay our loan off right now. Like we're doing great. This is a good trajectory. Especially our stock investments have really paid off. Well, this one did. This one didn't, because we had to pay like 30% more just to convince a private owner to sell it to us. Okay, I'm gonna stop here because it's nighttime and I'm going to sleep. I'll see you when I wake up. Save game 7 stream 2, maybe? I don't know, whatever.